Well, big mirrors of Begic, and this Petrol Olimpija team, wins have been in short supply for them this season, but they are warming up, trying to come up with a shock result. What would be a shock result, a win on the road at one of the teams that a lot of people believe can win this title, certainly can get to the Final Four. Here in Group D already, Sig Strasbourg falling at home to Besiktas. Neptunus Klaipėda just losing in a thriller to Ostend, Filo Ostend, and Prometheus Patras winning at home over Midi Bayreuth. And who will join them in the win column this week from this game? Will it be Virtus Bologna, who quite frankly have been one of the best teams all season, although they went into the Christmas break with a little bit of losing momentum, and here they are now. Prometheus Patras with that win have leapfrogged Bologna into first place, but if Virtus Bologna win tonight, they will go to 8-2 and go back into first place. You can see Sig are at 6-4, and Besiktas well and truly in the hunt now for that top 4 spot. They're 5-5 after their big win last night. This is a Petrol Olimpija team that is certainly worth watching, whether they win or lose. They've got some terrific young talent. Yusuf Sanan is a player that is a highlight reel waiting to happen. Luka Šamanić as well is a terrific player. So it'll be exciting to watch them. Mihal Lapornik, Begic, Roko Badzim, Jan Rebic, Kastrati. They will come out tonight and without question will play some flashy basketball. We already know what kind of talent Yusuf Sanan is. He actually hails from Ukraine, but is playing his basketball right now here for this Petrol Olimpija team. He's already been drafted in the NBA, by the way, this year by Washington in the 2nd round. Kevin Punter, Kelvin Martin, Payola, Tony Taylor, Filippo Baldirossi, Capelletti, Kravic, Aradori, Mbai, Corno, Kamara, and Quali all play for Stefano Sacrapanti's Segafredo Virtus Bologna team.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paradozza. Tonight for the 10th game.
So Segafredo Virtus Bologna went into the break, the holiday break, on the back of an 88-85 defeat at Neptunus Klaipėda. That was their first loss of the season. That was on December 12th. And then they followed that up on December 19th with a 77-76 defeat at Filo Ostend, who are now just red hot. And the refereeing crew tonight lining up and getting ready for their moment in the spotlight tonight. Here playing in Bologna, one of the traditional hotbeds of Italian basketball. They had a lot of great seasons here with this club. Plenty of titles, plenty of legends have played here. And talking about the likes of Manu Ginobili from Argentina specifically, once donning the Virtus Bologna shirt, as well as his compatriot Hugo Sconacini. Corey Messina used to coach at Virtus, among the many big names. There's Shannon. Keep an eye on him tonight as he comes out, and again we'll look to show everybody why he was a 2nd round selection this year by the Washington Wizards. Well, Kevin Punter coming out and being introduced. Remember him, he played for Ike last year, and he's just been moving from strength to strength ever since. After winning that title last year with the Greek club, he was snapped up here by Virtus and has had a terrific season, certainly in the running for MVP honors, you would venture to say. Aradori, the Italy international. Cornu and Quali's been a solid player this year for this Virtus team. So the team's going through their final warm-ups here before they get after each other. And here are the referees for tonight's game. Again, we mentioned, see the Bologna fans, the ultras there, that passionate fan base at one end. Warming up for tonight's contest. So Virtus had those 2 defeats before the holiday break. And right now they're 8th in the Lega A in Italy at 7-7, although knotted with Sassari and Brindisi also at 7-7 and 6th and 7th place respectively. And Trieste also at 7-7. So they've got a lot of work to do in Italy. Tulin, Maestre, and Jacobs, the referees tonight from Romania, France, and Belgium respectively. So the starting 5 tonight for Petrol Olimpija will be Lazic, Luka Šamanić, the highly rated power forward Lapornik, Begic, and Sanan. So we'll get to see right off from the very beginning 2, who I would argue 2 of the most exciting talents in this competition, Sanan and Šamanić. A lot of people projecting Šamanić to be a draft pick himself. Nikitovic, the coach of Petrol Olimpija now, installed midway through the season. And for Virtus, it'll be punter, Tony Taylor, Aradori, Mbai, and Quali in the starting 5. There's Sacropani, the head coach. Seasoned campaigner, does a great job. Probably feeling a little bit of pressure because of what's happened in Italy, and also a couple of defeats here in their last 2 games in the Basketball Champions League. But be expecting this Virtus team to come out and turn it on hard tonight. They need to get it going again. 2 losses by a total of 4 points in their last 2 Basketball Champions League games. And falling at Neptunus and Philo Ostend, okay, there were road games, but not against teams that you would say would be genuine title contenders. Could be wrong, you never know, but my guess is that certainly we'll see Virtus challenging for that Final Four spot, but they need to come out and be convincing tonight. Well, hello, everybody. If you're just joining us, It's the Basketball Champions League. It's Segafredo Virtus Bologna in the white taking on Petrol Olimpija in the dark uniforms tonight. And the young Sanin already getting off and running here and showing you that just nice talent that he's got. Drifts in the lane and scores. Kevin Punter pulls up and does what Kevin Punter does about as well as anybody. Strokes the three-pointer. So if he gets it going, look out tonight for Petrol Olimpija. Begic now going up against Quali. Quali stands his ground, but Begic scores. Former Slovenia international. And now the charge called on Tony Taylor. Sanin, one of those welcome to the big time fouls that he feels from Tony Taylor. He says, "Okay, kid, you want to play with us? Get used to this." Sanin just 19 years of age and inside, and now we get to see Šamanić, the other impressive youngster. So the young guns, we've built them up and they're delivering early. Šamanić just 19 as well. And Sanin this time picks up the foul, guarding Taylor. Outadori breaks up, comes up to get the ball. Now the bounce pass to Quali, and he will go to the line. So he draws the foul from Begic. Quali makes one of two. Begic with the rebound, and here comes Sanin again. Šamanić and Sanin now again down low to Begic. Outside to Lapornik, and he's fouled while attempting a three by Punter.
Number 0, Punter.
So Lapornik, who has also played for Slovenia's national team in the World Cup qualifiers, goes to the line. Lapornik misses the first of 3 free throws. The second one is good, and Petrol Olimpija will be liking the start that they've had to this game, but obviously it's early. And if ever a team were overdue for a win, it's them. They haven't won for quite a while, Petrol Olimpija. In terms of the Basketball Champions League, 2 points for Lapornik after he makes 2 for being fouled by Punter from behind the arc. Outadori fouled up high. by Lazic. Adadori pulls up for three. So just one win from their 9 games, Petrol Olimpija, but they've started out here with an 8-4 lead at Virtus Bologna. Taylor drifts to his left, gets into the lane, takes the contact. And from Simon. So Sanan now picks up his second and might have to take a seat. There's the passionate fan base. He makes one of two. Jan Spahn has just checked into the game. Made the team of the week once this season. But it's Lepornik who brings it up against punter. Spahn replaces Sanan. Lazic gets it back to Spahn. Now Begic. Turns, goes up, draws the foul, and will go to the line. Great move by Mirza Begic. I know he has his detractors, perhaps not the fleetest of foot, but you got to tip your hat to him. He's come out, started strong here tonight. Does not make the free throw. Quali able to save the ball back in bounds to Mbaye, who played so well for France in the World Cup qualifiers, making his debut in the last window. Here he is getting the alley-oop, but doesn't catch it. And then great hustle again by Quali, saving the ball before it goes out of bounds and throwing it off of Petrol Olimpija. Watch this. Alert. Begic goes up against the rebound. So slow start. Not unusual really for Virtus. Their Spahn gets swatted out of bounds. Jan Spahn. Punter says, get that out of here. Here he is again. Look at this. Turns into rim protector. Šamanić traveled. Look at punter on the call. He's doing everything. Blocking shots, hitting three-pointers, and now he's making the calls. Šamanić will, my prediction, will have at least one, if not two, highlight reel plays tonight. There's punter from the left, and Šamanić with the rebound. Hands it off to Spahn. Spahn. Šamanić hands it off. Lepornik, and he drills the jumper, and it's a 7-point lead here for Petrol Olimpija over a Virtus team that's sort of sleepwalking through the first quarter. Adadori. He was blocked, and good job by Šamanić. Again, Begic doing what he does best, protects that rim. Spahn gets it to Begic. Begic says, I'm going to work, folks. Right on my back. Jump hook. And when is Sakrapani going to get a timeout? You have to wonder, don't you? Midway through the quarter, his team is down 9 and looking out of step. Now he's going to ask for the timeout. Shamanic walks over to the corner holding his head. Now Spahn faces some problems getting the ball across midcourt. He does. He gets it back. Now Spahn says, I'm going to pass it inside the big Mirza again. And Petrol Olimpija have come out of the gates fast. They lead it 16-5. And Stefano Sacripani calls timeout. Goodness gracious. A team with 1 win in 9 games is coming out and laying the wood to Virtus Bologna.
Hey, when the ball is here in defense, put more pressure. Try to go in front of him, more weak side. When they pass the ball here. But the problem is that we are walking deep in offense. We need to run inside the offense.
See the field goal shooting.
Now we call shoulder, and run with the screen with flair. It's important that we need to be more aggressive.
Sacripani wants to see him pick up the pace.
Marko, kad je jedan strana do kraja sa dvoj. Slušaj, sada.
Points in the paint. Boy, that is glaring. That's the Begic factor. Also, Sanin hit that little jumper.
Igrajte jedan strana do kraja, opet sa 2 da napadamo. Ajmo, ej!
Segafredo Bologna sono entrati in campo il numero 11 Kranic, il numero 1 Martini, sono usciti il numero 41 Coli e 0 Pante.
Adadori for 3, no. And the long look by Sacripani. He's like, what is going on with my team right now? We're down 11. And a foul on Simonovic coming up too late, turns it back over. So Marko Simonovic checks in. His first contribution is an offensive foul. Mbai for 3. Six minutes into the contest, just 5 points for Bologna. Lazic. Simonovic puts it up from deep. Oh, had a nice release. And dragging, getting in there and missing the shot, but following note unsuccessfully was Kelvin Martin. Now Jan Spahn, and Simonovic follows it up with a putback. So Simonovic extends the lead to 13. And Kravic finally scores for Virtus. Points registered a little bit quicker for Virtus. Did you notice that on the score graphic than for Petrol Olimpija?
Substitution for Segafredo Bologna in number 6 Paiola, number 8 Valderossi, out number 7 Taylor, number 24 Bayer.
Jan Spahn drives in, passes it back out to Lapornik. And now Paiola, a teenager. See if he can spark this team. Almost turns it over. Kravic puts the ball on the deck, and the ball batted out of bounds with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Well, that's the one good thing for this Virtus Bologna team. Their fans aren't going to leave them hanging. They're trying to spark them. So the first foul, Igor Tratnik. And free throws now for the home team. Maybe getting to the line will help them. Baldi-Rossi. Baldi-Rossi, both free throws good. And that deficit back to single digits now. Jan Spahn going up against Payola. Lapornik. Bounce pass, beautiful play. Tratnik missed the shot. Baldi-Rossi turns and scores, so it's the Baldi-Rossi factor that's sparking Virtus. Now the turnover by Spahn, and Payola comes up, gets it to Aradori. Baldi-Rossi says, I got this, but he misses from deep. Spahn in traffic, hits it. Nice release from Jan Spahn. There's two of the game for the guard. Now Aradori with a little runner. Simonovic over to Spahn. Spahn from deep. Aradori this time gets it out to Baldi-Rossi, and he misses again from deep. And it's Lazic who has it for Petrol Olimpija. Lapornik again fouled up high, and he will get free throws. Not a good foul to give away, really. Put him on the line.
Two free shots from number 13, Lapornik. Substitution for Petrol Olimpija.
So good work from Lazic. He goes out. Lapornik, meanwhile, at the line here with 26.8 seconds remaining. He's got a pretty good pedigree himself, Lapornik. We talked about him playing for Slovenia's national team. He's also played in Spain, a highly rated Spanish Liga Endesa. Had some good games for Bilbao. And here he is getting it done. Those free throws take his tally to 6 points for 5 at the free throw line. So back to an 11-point lead. Spahn also takes a seat. Couldn't have been a better start. Well, it could have been a better start for Petrol Olimpija. They've missed a couple of shots they probably could have made. Here's Baldi-Rossi over Martin. Payola then gets it over to Baldi-Rossi. Baldi-Rossi fumbles it away and then commits a foul. Boy. And Simonovic now will go to the free throw line. Virtus Bologna right now kind of stumbling and bumbling their way through this first quarter. Well, you never know what will happen in sports. And you'd never want to write off a team like Petrol Olimpija, but you consider they're 1-8, and they're 4 games out of the top 4. but they could still come out and get this big win tonight. And Baldi-Rossi this time does score and cuts into that lead. So at least a little bit of momentum here for Virtus as they head to the bench at the end of the first quarter. So Simonovic made 1 of 2, and Baldi-Rossi answered with a layup. It's Petrol Olimpija leading at 23-13 at the end of 1. So 3-point shooting, nothing to scream about tonight. And but Petrol Olimpija 9 of 11 versus 3 of 11 inside the arc for Bologna. And here are the passionate supporters of Virtus Bologna. And here's some of the highlights from the first quarter. Starting it off with Sanin with that little off 1 foot runner there in the lane. But he ended up picking up a couple fouls and left the game early. Punter hit an early 3. But for the most part, it's been all Petrol Olimpija in the first quarter. Well, we know that Ike Athens and Hapoel Bank Yahav Jerusalem are already in the playoffs. They're both 8-2. Ike, of course, lost yesterday to Brosa Bamberg. Hapoel won easily tonight at home over Telenet Giants Antwerp, avenging that defeat, but we know they'll both be in the postseason. Kravic turns and scores. And so far, a decent start to the second quarter now for Bologna. We've had an awful time of it so far. Simonovic flies in, takes the beautiful bounce pass. 5 points for him off the bench. Kravic is going to go right at Simonovic. Nope, he's going to pass it back outside to Baldi-Rossi, who's missed 3 attempts from deep. Now it's Jan Spahn dribbling up high, gets it down low to Šamanić, alley-oop pass to the 19-year-old uber talent. Four points for Šamanić. Martin flies in and puts it up and in. Bear in mind, Segafredo Virtus Bologna won the first meeting between these two teams back on October 24th, 92-61. So got good defense there. But 18 on the shot clock. Petrol Olimpija maintained possession. You can see Segafredo Virtus Bologna trying to pick up the intensity on this end of the floor. Spahn. Oh, beautiful release from Spahn. He's really got the ability to put the ball in the basket, doesn't he? Four points for Spahn. Baldi-Rossi going up against Šamanić. Look at the footwork. Oh, nice. Fades away, scores. Can Petrol Olimpija step on the accelerator, or are they going to be reeled back in? Šamanić drives in, and Balderossi is whistled for the foul. And you like how Šamanić is, with his size, has no problems putting the ball on the deck and going to the basket.
Segafredo Bologna in number 25, Guadu out, number 8, Filippo Balderossi. 2 free throws for number 9.
So Šamanić is at the line. Simon hasn't come back in yet. David Corno comes into the game for Balderossi. And Šamanić makes the first. Šamanić hails from Croatia. A lot of wonderful talents over the years have come from that neck of the woods of Europe. And you could probably compare Šamanić in terms of his the makeup, his physical makeup, to a lot of those tall, rangy players that have been so successful from Croatia, a la Toni Kukoc. There's Pajola missing, and Span there boxing out Martin, and checks on him to make sure he's okay. Now Tony Taylor checks back into the game. His team last year, Banvit pulled away to win tonight, 78-63 at home over Ventspils. Now the inbounds pass. Okay, the real head-turning result tonight was that Austin winning again on the road at Neptunus in Group D, 79-77. And the three-pointer is good by Corno. Right off the bench. And a little bit of pressure. See how Petrol Olimpija handle it. Span gets it to Šamanić. Šamanić goes down low. Oh, are you kidding me? What footwork from the young man. Eight points now for Šamanić. And now the steal by Span. Not sure what Tony Taylor was doing there, thinking he could throw it over him. And Bacin comes in and buries it from three. Roko Bacin. $14 points the advantage. Alley-oop, not there. And Sacropani has to be thinking once again about getting a timeout. He was talking about getting his team to play faster on offense. Span has an opening. Punter now with the rebound, looks to go coast to coast perhaps. No, he gets it over to Corno, who gets it to Kravic. And Span commits the foul. Shannon comes back in for Span, and Tratnik also comes back into the contest for Petrol Olimpija. And nice drive by Punter. And the basket is good, so looks like he may have hurt his elbow a little bit there. 5 points for Punter. Maybe he hit his funny bone.
Substitution for Ljubljana in number 13, Laponic, of number 18, Bacin.
Lapornik back in the game. Now Shannon has it. Decided not to go to the basket. You see punter still kind of bothered by the elbow. And great defense by Martin, forcing the turnover.
Substitution for Olimpija. In number 8, Lasic, out number 15, Castorati. Olimpija entra numero 8, Lasic è uscito, numero 55, Castorati.
Fans singing here in the Paladosa, and Tony Taylor drives in with a little runner. And back to a 10-point game, the full court pressure. How will they respond? Lapornik whips the pass across midcourt. Lazic has the ball intercepted by Martin, who's made a couple of defensive plays here to spark Virtus, and punter turns that turnover into 3 points. So that little flurry there, and you have to credit Martin with the defense, leads to a little run and the timeout that is called by Petrol Olimpija. 15 points, 15 rebounds in all overall for Petrol, 11 for Segafredo.
Ali ako idu ispod, vrati Mirzi low post. Ali prvo savladajte ovu prepreku preko celog terena. Okay? X4.
So see how Virtus, how quickly they can turn things around with their defense. Now Shannon has it, and clearly Petrol Olimpija not comfortable at all at the moment. Lapornik pulls up and misses. Punter with the rebound. Begic back in the game, a little bit of rim protection, and interestingly, now in a 2-3 zone. And the jump shot still falls. Martin now does it with his offense. It's the Kelvin Martin show right now, folks. 4 points for him. And offensive foul called on Lazic. Caught punter with an elbow. Watch this. No, well, I'd like to see it again. Certainly turned into him with his backside, but I wasn't sure. I think Petrol Olimpija taking an issue with that one, in fact.
Slušaj, prenos lopte tamo vas, gdje mi je Šamanić? Prenos lopte, da organizujemo iz prenosa nešto da igramo. Ok? Ika.
3 makes from deep for Virtus.
Everybody! Everybody, we have it! Okay, hands against zone. Us move against better men. Press 11. Everybody, let's go!
Well, thanks to my unrivaled translation service provided by one Igor Churkovich, who's listening in, who said that on the bench in that timeout, the Olimpia coach said never, ever go 1-on-3 against the full court press. The rest of you guys, you need to help out the guards to get it over. And try to get Mirza Begic involved in the low post if they're switching the pick and rolls. But first, you guys need to get over the hurdle, meaning you have to get past that press, which has been a problem since they started employing it. Thanks, Igor. And the drive, the jumper is good from Cornos. Come in and hit a couple. And the lead has almost evaporated completely. And Begic, they get him the ball. He missed the shot. They had a couple of other chances. 3-pointer no good. And now Virtus can tie it or take the lead. Punter's three off the back of the iron. Long rebound out. Now it's Martin for three. And he just grazed the outside of the net.
Substitution for Segafredo. In number 21, Dorian, 24, Maye, out. Number 0, Kevin Pater. And number 1, Kevin Martin.
So Martin comes out, Punter comes out. And I'm sure the Petrol Olimpija will be glad that is the case, but Mbai is checked in, so in many respects they're replacing like for like. No drop off in talent. Here's Shamanic, catches it, drives in, misses. Begic there for the putback. He was fouled. 2 shots coming for Begic.
Segafredo foul, number 11, Kravic. First foul, primo fallo per Kravic, 2 free throws for number 15, Begic, good delivery per number 15, Begic.
Here's Begic at the line. You don't want to lose a tight game and look back and see that you've missed a lot of free throws. Here's the second attempt. So he makes 1 of 2. Santa, you can see, took a blow to the chin. He's got a little blood coming through that Band-Aid, so I'm not sure when he'll be back in. Taylor. And Begic with the rebound. Petrol Olimpija just trying to stabilize things a little bit. Lapornik drives in, passes it back outside, then quickly Lapornik wide open, beautiful basketball, and then the finish, the putback by Shamanic. Nobody boxed him out. It's back to a 5-point lead. Corno this time misses, and Begic gets the rebound. And Bajam. Now to Shamanic, who has 10 points. Lapornik. Doing a good job handling the ball, Lapornik, but then his pass goes right into the hands of Kravic. Aradori, good! From deep. And a 5-point deficit becomes just 2 again for Virtus. And now great defense from Mbai, almost getting the steal. Span's going to come back into the game, try to see out the final minute and a half here. Comes help out with the ball handling. And Lapornik fouled that time by Corno. 3rd team foul here on Virtus here in the 2nd quarter. Oh, Span goes right back out. Interestingly, for Lazic. Span's like, why did you put me in if he's just going to bring me back out after 1 second? Lazic gets inside, puts up a difficult shot, denied by the rim. Aradori for three. That would have put Virtus in front. Šamanić gets it over to Bajam. His pass batted by Aradori. Now it's a 3-on-1 break. Mbai and Corno decides to pull it back out. Aradori gets inside, misses. And somehow Petrol Olimpija escape without giving any points away on that possession. Ravic pushing Begic out, and Begic does a good job of backing his way down low and scoring and taking the advantage back to 4. So Virtus taking it down as far as they can. Taylor pulls up, misses, maybe one last chance here. Bajam puts it up, and it didn't miss by much, really. It's just a little bit to the left, but Petrol Olimpija certainly wobbled there over the last few minutes of that second quarter, but they nevertheless take a 4-point lead to halftime. So the numbers, certainly the three-point shooting is better for Bologna. 4 more makes from deep for them, but the rebounding has given Petrol Olimpija a chance here. And the turnovers did become a problem, and Virtus Bologna started to capitalize on those turnovers. They're getting 12 points off of those 9 turnovers. Punter with 8 points, Begic 11 points, 7 rebounds, leading his team. Span also has the 2 steals. So Šamanić has 10 points and Lapornik 6. While De Rossi also with 8 points for Virtus Bologna. So we're at halftime, and it's Petrol Olimpija on top of Segafredo, Virtus Bologna 41-37. We'll be right back. Before the start of the second half, enjoy the highlights.
Mirza Begic.
41-37, Petrol Olimpija on top of Segafredo Virtus Bologna in what might be viewed as an upset in the making. Of course, a long way to go in this one, 20 minutes, and I think you would be hard-pressed to find anybody out there that would bet against Virtus coming back to win this game, but you never know. They've lost their last two games in the Basketball Champions League before the holiday break, and you could argue they didn't really get the rub of the green in those games. And as long as this game remains tight, Petrol Olimpija will be thinking that they have all the makings of an upset. And that would be the upset of the week. Make no mistake about it. A team that's won just once all season and beaten by more than 30 points. And look, there's some believers here. They've made the trip. They've come down to Bologna. You know, Slovenia is on the border of Italy, so probably not that far to travel for these for some of these fans. I'm not sure where they might have come from specifically, but they've enjoyed what they've seen so far. What's been working for this Petrol Olimpija team so far tonight? Well, you'd have to say they've had pretty good play from their veteran center, Mirza Begic, with 11 points and 7 rebounds. So he's just three boards away from a double-double. They've out-rebounded Virtus tonight. The big question mark is how are they going to handle the Virtus pressure, which is it's possibly going to come immediately after the restart. Simonovic was a pleasant surprise coming off the bench with 5 points. Span also played well. Šamanić had 10 points. And, you know, we haven't seen the best of Roko Bajim yet. He's played just under 9 minutes and has 3 points. What can we expect from Virtus? Well, certainly any number of candidates to step up. Corno came off the bench and hit a couple of three-pointers. And Balderossi has 8 points. Of course, Kelvin Martin has missed several games. He's come back to fitness now and has kind of provided a spark already. Second half action underway here in Bologna, and Sanin back in the game. Passes it back outside to Lazic, who misses, but Begic, who has been the man, has the ball knocked out of his hands by Kravic. Now Martin brings it up, and that was a crazy sequence there. Sanin not able to get the ball, goes off of him, and it'll be possession here. But here's Martin. Wrong support. Sanin. Catch it. And they leave it up to punter to go find the ball. Somebody give him a hand. Where is it? Doesn't anybody know where the basketball is? Is it pinned underneath? Okay, there it is. Punter says, come on, give me a hand. Look at that. Why is he the one that has to do it? He has to do everything. We've seen him referee tonight. We've seen him block shots. We've seen him shoot three-pointers. That's called getting your money's worth out of a player. Look at him. And Lapornik gives him a low 5 for a job well done. Taylor in the lane. Šamanić. How many will he finish with tonight? Expect more from Lazic. And a reach and the foul called. And Martin always trying to turn things around with his defense. Lazic came into this game averaging almost 7 points and 6 rebounds per game. He's only had 4 and 2 points respectively in his last couple of games against Strasbourg and Prometheus. So he's certainly hit a drought in the scoring department of late. Lapernik drives in, and there's Begic again following with the putback. Now punter for 3. The ball bounces over Begic into Kravic's hands, and he scores, turning with his left hand. Lapernik, and get it to go. And some of those shots falling from Lapernik. Right now he is 1 of 6 from the floor. The drive. Tony Taylor, quiet tonight offensively. He could get it going. Steps back, puts it up, and drains it. Definitely a candidate to turn on the switch. Now the pressure and the turnover. And now the drive, and we've got ourselves a tie game. Mbai lays it up and in. Remember what the coach was saying during that timeout in the first half. We can't beat the press with one man trying to beat 3 players, and that's what Shannon did. Shamanic hands it off to Lazic. Now Kravic with the rebound, hands it off to punter. Shannon takes it away. And then he was fouled as he carried the ball up the floor. Unsportsmanlike also. No play on the ball. And here it is again. Watch this. Well, looks like maybe he did play the ball. But anyway, stop the fast break. So Shannon goes to the line for 2 free throws, and possession will remain here with Petrol Olimpija.
Substitution for Olimpia Ljubljana. In number 6, Span out. Number 30, Sanon. Olimpia Ljubljana, number 6, Span.
And you wonder if it concerns, the reason why he's pulled him out is because of how he attacked the press, as we were just talking about. Shamanic drives down low, going up against Mbai. Mbai knocks it away. Mbai goes behind his back, but then turns it over into the hands of Span. Jan Span over to Lapornik, who hits a 3. Oh, big turnover. And just like that, Petrol Olimpija go back in front by 5. Martin drives in and bowls his way into Lazic. Lapornik, a beautiful pass to Shamanic, and Shamanic held his ground. Now Begic gets it back, goes up, misses, follows up the shot, can't get it. It's Martin that comes up with it. Alley-oop, and Kravic makes it to cut it back to 1.
Substitution for Olimpia Ljubljana. In number 11, Simonovic. Out number 15, Begic. Olimpia Ljubljana con numero 11, Simonovic. L'uscito numero 15, Begic.
Across midcourt. That's part of the battle. Then they get the break, and they get the basket. It's good. Simonovic, in his limited minutes tonight, is excelling. 7 points, and he goes to the line. But he does not convert the opportunity. Taylor drifts in. Oh, that was a tough take. Almost had a three-point play opportunity himself.
Substitution for Segafredo. In number 25, David Coco out. Number 1, Kevin Martin. Two pressures for number 7, Tony Taylor.
Well, it's been a struggle, really, that Virtus Bologna did not anticipate tonight. But you feel like they're right on the verge of getting to grips with this game. And somebody really needs to kind of control things here for this Petrol Olimpija team, especially against this press now that they're facing. Spahn brings it up the floor. Corner now playing D down the low post, and Spahn puts up a three. Kravic had a hand in the face. Bologna. Virtus Bologna can take the lead now with a basket. Punter for three. Well short. Spahn, and now Lazic hits the jump shot. Well, it took 25 minutes, but he finally got his first basket. Lazic. Taylor gets inside, and Kravic kind of hangs in the air and is able to get it to go down. Now Simonovic gets it over to Lazic. Beautiful bounce pass. Goodness me, put it on the highlight reel. Kravic to Simonovic. To Šamanić, excuse me. Punter. And great job by Kravic again, keeping it alive and tapping it in. Spahn. And once again, Virtus, will they finally take the lead? Kravic bats the ball over to Punter. Now they take it back up high to Mbai. Mbai hands it off to Kravic. He gets denied, but then he follows it. And Virtus finally have gone in front 55-54. $14 points for Kravic. Well, Martin sparked him in the first half, and it's Kravic now who's doing Yieldman's work. Simonovic turns, puts it up. Kravic with the rebound. Who else? Simonovic grabs the board. Another chance for Petrol Olimpija. Spahn. Simonovic almost loses it. Gets it back to Spahn. Šamanić, ooh, misses badly. The fans here at Bologna are singing their teams in front. Are they about to go on a big run? Punter, nope. Ball stays out kindly for the visitors. Spahn drives in, tough move. Jan Spahn puts Petrol Olimpija back in front. I like Spahn. He's really fun to watch. Now the drive, and Taylor gets it to go. When push comes to shove, surely you must consider him to be one of the elite guards in this competition. He is tough. And he puts his mind to it. Spahn again! Jan Spahn! Tony Taylor drives in and scores! $59 apiece. Taylor heating up. He's got 11 points. Lapornik puts it up and short, but a foul called, going for the rebound on Kravic.
Third foul for Segafredo, Bologna in number 21, Aradori, and number 41, Napoli.
Radulovic coming into the game for Petrol Olimpija.
Substitution in number 43, Radulovic, out number 11.
So it's Lapornik, Lazic, Šamanić, Simonovic, and Jan Spahn in the game right now. No, Radulovic is checked in, excuse me. So, yeah, Radulovic. Rebic, also Tratnik. So it's Tratnik, Spahn, Rebic, Radulovic, and Lapornik in the game. Trying to get Petrol Olimpija to the fourth quarter, at least tied and hopefully with a lead. The Virtus are champing at the bit. Here's Lazic. Oh, beautiful fake, and he scores. Wonderful move by him, the footwork. Put his defender in a spin cycle. Oh, no, excuse me. That was Tratnik, not Lazic. Lazic is out, of course. And now the drive, and the basket is good. From Corno. 61 apiece again. 8 seconds differential in the game and shot clock. Spahn trying to make a crafty pass. Ball turns over. Will Virtus hold it for one, or will they keep going? They're going to put it up. Corno for three. And that gives Petrol Olimpija a chance to reclaim the lead at the end of the quarter. Spahn. And the three-pointer is good. Crazily, can you believe it, by Tratnik. Comes out and scores 5 points. Boy, just kind of clinging. Just hanging in there, and all of a sudden, they go back in front. Now they're going to check it and see if his foot was on the line. Here's Spahn. Look, he gets it over to him. Oh, yeah, his foot was on the line just, so that'll be a two-pointer. They're going to review it, but it'll be two. It was just on the line. Even so, that gives him a lift. See, it's just, well, I don't know. From that angle, I'm not sure, because he's got the white shoe, and it kind of almost blends in with the line. Look at Begic. He's appreciating his teammates' effort tonight. Over there applauding. Here it is again. It's just really hard to see unless they slow it down, because he's got the white shoe and it's the white line, the arc. There it looks like it's on the line. He definitely got it off in time. So yes, indeed, it was a two-pointer and it was released in time. That's the right call, and it's good they took their time to make the right call.
Segafredo Bologna 61, Petrol Olimpija 63.
63-61, Petrol Olimpija on top at Segafredo Virtus Bologna. 1 quarter remaining. Well, heating up nicely, folks. Look at the numbers. Petrol Olimpija 61% inside the arc. And Bologna with no three-pointers in that third quarter. Just one for Petrol Olimpija, but it helped them stay in front. And Begic continues to play very well for this team. He's got, at this point, Begic has 13 points, 10 rebounds, plus 19 efficiency. The highest rated player after that third quarter, in fact, is Dejan Kravic, who has 14 points, 8 rebounds, and a steal. He's 7 of 8 from the floor. Now, Lapornek three-pointer was the 1-3 for them in the quarter. In fact, the only 3 in the third quarter for either team. Well, here it comes, folks. Fasten your seatbelts. The fourth quarter, and Segafredo Virtus Bologna in a real battle here against Petrol Olimpija at home. They started slow, and they've paid the price. Now they're going to have to come up with some fourth quarter magic like they have been able to do some this season, including on opening night against Neptunus. But Tony Taylor puts it up from deep, rims out. Rebic with the rebound. Now Jan Span calls the play. Puts it up and hits another jumper, mid-ranger. Jan Span is silky smooth, folks. Silky smooth Span. Span is the man. 11 points for him. Quali back in the game. Now Mbaye has to put it up and drills it right at the shot clock buzzer. It's go time, says Mbaye, and the Virtus fans as well. They say, come on, let's put this thing away. Come on. We're supposed to be the big favorites tonight. Jan Span says, I have other ideas. Jan Span, 14 points now for him, and a 5-point advantage. Adodori. And Mbaye heating up nicely at the right time. The three-pointer from the France international. Seven points for him. 5 of those points coming in this quarter. And the pass out of reach for Radulovic. Quali comes out of the game. maybe, I don't know, a slight disconnect there. He comes out of the game. And Balderossi comes back in. Tony Taylor drives, and he was fouled by Radulovic. Looked like a little bit of afters there. Watch this at the end of the play. No problem. Both players, both teams playing hard. Tony Taylor saying, I wasn't trying to do anything. Just got hung up, got caught. So he's at the line and makes the first. 12 points. Luka Murthy losing tonight at home to Nizhny Novgorod. Nizhny team is good. Got to watch them. Tony Taylor only makes 1 of 2, so Petrol Olimpija maintained the 1-point lead, and Sanin, meanwhile, has come back into the game. Now Bajam hits the 3. Roko Bajam.
Roko Bajam, 3-point.
Aududori for 3. Good. Gets it right back. Bajam this time misses from deep. And Radulovic commits the foul. Boxing out on the rebound on Balderossi and then collides into Mbai, where the foul was.
For Segafredo Bologna, number 6, Payola, number 1, Martin, number 25, Coro, and number 7, Taylor.
Sanin now picks it up in midcourt, and again another chance, and they take advantage. Rebic this time banks it in. And then a foul in the backcourt on Sanin. Fouls Payola. Well, Beerstar Tenerife, who won yesterday, they will be in the playoffs with Nanterre cruising to a big win tonight at home over Bonn. Luka Murthy, if they win tonight, they will get in the playoffs. And Aududori fouled by Rebic. So he will go to the line. It was close, that's for sure. He was certainly fighting through the pick of Balderossi well, but then the call was that he got Aududori on the hand. So
Two free shots for number 21, Petrol Olimpija.
6:16 remaining in the game. Aududori cuts the deficit back to 1. Corno and Tony Taylor over there on the bench. Sanin drives in. Simonovic back in the game. Excuse me, Bajam has it. And then he passes, but then a hold is called down low on Aududori.
First foul, primo foul per Petrol Olimpija.
An alley-oop pass from out of bounds. Badgham to Sanin. And the visitors go back up by 3. Upset alert, folks. Kelvin Martin drives in and gets swatted out of bounds by Mirza Begic. Begic not having any of that. Aradori for 3. It's good. He ties it up at 75. Now Sanin, his pass intercepted by Payola. He gets it over to Aradori in the open floor. Aradori drives in and scores. And Virtus back in front with 5.5 minutes remaining. And Petrol Olimpija call timeout. Look at this finish. Beautiful. Beautifully done by Aradori with the left hand. That is why you practice those layups with both hands. Still plenty of time to go in this one.
Idemo jedan u krug. Jedan u krug. Lapornik tamo. Špan, gdje je Špan? Jedan u krug. Dobar to, dobar ovaj ovdje. Ok? Da probamo da spustimo loptu. Tada.
So Virtus now with 3 threes in this quarter.
Iza toga.
That's helped them move in front.
No!
But overall the play by Aradori.
No! Pull-up jumper! No pull-up jumper! Big man, very high! Guys, we have 1 foul! If you have a problem, it's better foul! No any shot! Hey, let's go, White, let's go! 1, 2, 3! Hey!
Look at the passion. Look at the faithful of Virtus making noise all night long. What a fan base. I tell you, it warms the soul to see that. So coming out of the timeout, how will Petrol Olimpija attack? How will they approach the rest of this game? Span's in the game. Now to Begic. He's going to try to back up Baldirossi. He turns, and he was fouled by Baldirossi. That is his 2nd team foul on Virtus here in this quarter. Yeah, I'd say that was a foul. Almost a turnover. Great job by Šamanić to get it before it was a turnover, but Lapornik has to put one up, and Tony Taylor got a hand and blocked the shot. Tell you, when it's crunch time, Tony Taylor comes to play. Aradori. Over to Baldirossi. Here's Tony Taylor. Over to Baldirossi for 3. And looked like he mistimed his jump, but he still got the rebound. And Šamanić this time comes down with the ball with both hands. Lapornik gets it over to Šamanić. Somebody's got to make a play for the Badgham. Will it be him for Petrol? Short. And Martin with the rebound. 4 minutes to go. Petrol Olimpija all of a sudden looking wobbly. Lacking a little bit of confidence on offense, for sure. Baldirossi for 3. Good! And the advantage is 5 points. Baldirossi. He sparked him in the first quarter, and here he comes and hits a big 3-pointer. His first make from deep in the game. And what a time it came. What a time to put it in. Badgham comes out. And Lazic comes back in, number 8. Fans chanting Bao de Rossi now. She goes over to the bench after hitting a very important three-pointer. And this time Kravitz just wipes it away, says, "This is my house. Get it out of here." As Lapornet goes in. Mbai in the lane, goes up for the jam. Look at Mbai fly in and dunk it and take the lead now up to 7 points, their biggest lead of the game.
Slušaj, idemo ovdje. Palac. Ovdje pin down, ovdje dobar roll, traži roll, ako nema roll, ubaci dole iz pika pa dole lopta. Slušaj,
Span,
posle toga
14, Begic has the 10 rebounds.
Probajte ih u dve pesnice.
Kravitz has been tremendous, 14 and 9 for him. Autodore's been good in this fourth quarter especially. He's also got the 5 assists. Kravitz, the highest rated player in the game now with the 14 points and 9 rebounds. And that 1 block. That's your MVP right there because they never stop making noise. Tony Taylor marshaling the troops forward. Virtus do not want to stop with the defensive pressure now, that's for sure. Begic. Gonna go hard, spins, puts it up, and takes Kelvin Martin to school with that. He also wanted a foul. Good move by Begic. Now he's got a team high 15 points. Mbai. Span with the rebound, a little bit of hope. Look for him again to go to Begic down low. I'd be surprised if they didn't. He picks, he rolls. This time it goes to Šamanić, and Šamanić misses, but Begic's there for the putback jam. It looked like maybe Virtus knocked the ball off the rim from Šamanić's attempt, but big bad Begic is having none of it. 17 points for Begic, along with 11 rebounds.
We could end up, Tony, after the pass, right here, screen, hey, give a second line, give the second line, okay, like man-on-man, against man-on-man. When we come back in defense, no separation with the ball, stay more high on the pick and roll.
Odbrana, zagradi, skoči. Svaki put iz palca nađe rešenje. Svaki put iz palca nađe rešenje mirno jer su u preuzimanju. Okej? Taman odmori. Preko trećeg na preuzimanju. Otvori se preko trećeg.
Well, the chances aren't dead for that's for sure. And it was the reinsertion of Begic that has made all the difference. Struggling for offense, they're able to get it down low. He went to work on Martin the first time, and then Begic, when Virtus were defending like lions with Šamanić going up, Begic went up and got the rebound and scored with the putback dunk. Look at him. He says, I've got more where that came from. Oh, beautiful drive from Martin, but he doesn't finish. And all of a sudden, another chance, a glimmer of hope for Petrol Olimpija. Span, bounce pass to Begic, and Mbai, great defense, stood in the way. Kamenic catches the inbounds pass, turns, oh, he missed the layup. Could not have asked for a better chance to score, and he just did not finish. And look at him put his hand on his head as if to say, I can't believe I missed that. Adadori step back three-pointer, good. Now the good players play well in the important moments, and Adadori certainly has done that tonight. He's got 16 points. Jan Span goes behind his back, fouled by Martin. 1:01 remaining. Still time. Still time here for the visitors, but they've got to get something on this trip down the floor. Span, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Puts up a very difficult shot. Begic's there, cleans up the mess, puts it up and in. Now Petrol Olimpija need to stop. Virtus Bologna more than happy to take time off the clock and then hopefully throw in a dagger. But look at the numbers from Begic tonight. He's been tremendous, the veteran. Mbai over to Taylor. Mbai is going to put it up. No, it's going to be Taylor. Gets it up. No, I don't think he got it off in time. Did he? Well, they said he did.
It's not for play.
Well, they're going to go look and see if he did release it in time. I didn't think that he did, to be honest, but they're going to wait. Sacrapani wants to get his players focused. He's saying there's 21.9 seconds to go, and this is what I want to see. Look at this. I don't think he gets it off in time. Oh, it was close. Here it is again. Look at the scoreboard. Does it light up before it leaves his hands? No, sorry, it was the look at the clock there. Yeah, it did not. So my initial reaction was that it did not count. Fairly certain nobody here in Bologna is going to be buying the remaining referee dinner tonight after he made that call, but he's a pro. He's got to call it like he sees it.
Slušaj, idemo, idemo, ovdje je aut, Bađim izvodi loptu, petica je ovdje, Špan je ovdje, zavrti ovo, Lazo napravi ti Bađime, Miha, backscreen za Lazu, iz backscreen.
Stay with the ball, and after they do foul, okay? If you need, you can screen for Poigan or for Pietro, okay? Hey, let's go, let's go.
Well, the inbounds pass again to Span for three. He misses. And Adodori stepped out of bounds. .4 seconds remain. Span over to Lapornik, who puts up a three. He hits it. It's a 1-point game. 11.6 seconds remains.
3 points. Timeout for Segafredo Bologna.
Tell you, Lapornik leaned into that. Might have come close to getting contact. You know, we saw Neptune is foul tonight. Ostend, when they were attempting a three-pointer, with just 2 seconds to go, and they made all 3 free throws to win the game. Ostend.
That you can pass the ball, you pass. You stay with the ball. Okay? If they do foul, free throws. Let's go. If they have problem, I need.
Budu 2 bacanja. I daju košava oba. Odigrajte Španiju, gde će Laza i Šamanić ovde biti, a Miha i Špan ovde biti, a Bađin...
So there's no question tonight for the Petrol Olimpija. Begic is the MVP for them. 19 points, 12 rebounds, plus 27 efficiency. And for Virtus Bologna, probably have to give the nod to Kravic, the way that he came in and made some big-time plays. Begic not on the court right now. Interesting. We're going to try to get a steal, and if they don't get the steal, they'll foul. And now Tony Taylor will go to the line. So if Tony Taylor makes the free throws, and tonight Tony Taylor is 4 of 6 at the line. Will they end up committing a foul to prevent the three-point play? Well, Tony Taylor did not have ice running in his veins on that occasion. And it's going to be a nervous finish here for Virtus. Bends his knees and makes the second, so it's a 2-point game. So now you run the risk. You don't really want to foul. You want to play defense. You foul, obviously, you put them on the line, unless you wanted to have the last shot. I don't think that's the case. I think they want to get the stop. Šamanić has it. Will they attempt a three? No, they're going to go inside, and and Mbai just takes it away from Šamanić. A tough lesson, a tough finish for the 19-year-old. And I'll tell you what, of all the aspects that we've seen tonight, Mbai's defense is second to none. And that was reflected on that play. And we talked about Martin's defense, but Mbai has 3 steals, just like Martin. Nadadori makes the first, and the game will be a done deal if he makes this one. So disappointment in the end for Petrol Olimpija. They threw a scare into this Segafredo Virtus Bologna team, but the hosts avoid a 3-game losing streak in the Basketball Champions League. They win it 87-84. Those are the numbers. 23 of 46 inside the arc for Bologna. You saw the threes, the free throws. They were ripe to be beaten tonight, though. Make no mistake about it. Petrol Olimpija had their chances tonight, and they just simply did not take them at the end. Well, they didn't. In that fourth quarter, They showed great fight, but just didn't get it done. Aradori finished with the 17 points to lead the scoring. Martin had the 3 steals as well as Mbai, who crucially had that last steal. 14 for Kravitz, 13 for Taylor. And well, tip your hat, folks. We were treated to a very good game of basketball tonight, and Begic certainly played his role in it. He was terrific. He could not have done anything else. I mean, he was using all that experience, all that size and savvy, scoring those 19 points, grabbing those rebounds and getting his team's second and third shot opportunities. Spine came out and played well tonight. Petrol Olimpija just did not have quite enough to get over the finish line tonight. The experience from Virtus, clearly they've got some work to do, but a win is a win, and with this win, they've certainly enhanced their chances of getting to the playoffs. The Segafredo Virtus Bologna are back at the top of Group D, ahead of Prometheus Patras. This is a sweet shot from Spahn. He's just cool, calm, and collected, isn't he? Spahn finished with 14 points. Šamanić had 12. Lapernik had 12. And Begic, 19. I thought Simonovic played well off the bench. In his 11 minutes, 7.7 rebounds. Bears that out. Aradori came up big in the end, time and time again, and ended up leading his team in scoring. That was a big 3. But in the end, they had to come up with a defensive play. It was Mbai. That was his finish with the left hand, Aradori. And Begic was just relentless. When he was in the game, his team had a chance. There was no question. Mbai never short of the big play, whether it was on offense or on defense. And Lapernik looked like he was trying to bait the ref into calling a foul there. But Mbai came up with that big steal at the end, and that's how things finish up. So 8-2 up at the top, Segafredo Virtus Bologna, Petrol Olimpija all the way down at the bottom at 1-9. 87-84, Segafredo Virtus Bologna win it over Petrol Olimpija. See Ostend at 5-5 along with Besiktas. So the race is still on for those top 4 spots. Thanks for watching, everybody.